Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I am ready to drop on you my updated Lightning Sorcerer. I hope you're ready to feel like Raiden. This build does so much damage. Now like always, everything is timestamped in the description below if you would like to bounce around. We're going to look at the character sheet, training dummy to see damage numbers, gameplay, passives, idols, gear, everything you're going to need to know to recreate this build. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay. Now the skills I'm going to be using: Elemental Nova, this is for clearing trash; Teleport, movement, clearing trash; Flame Ward, boost in survivability and boost in damage; Arcane Ascendancy, I consider this like an Archon mode if you're used to D3. It allows you to do more damage and cast faster. Very important skill. And then Lightning Blast, ranged, and anytime you are focusing on single target. What's great about this build is none of this uses a lot of mana, so you don't have to worry about mana. All right, let's do it. Come and get me. Are we going to a dead end? No. Feel like Raiden. Okay, ready? I'm going to use my Arcane Ascendancy and click. That was with Teleport. Every time you use Teleport, it drops 3 Novas. Dude, these new enemies are really cool looking. Just destroying. Just in case you were curious about single target damage, let's do a little boss fight.
You understand?
Come and get me.
Fates will not change. Why do you resist? I cannot do that.
Well, he's already under half-life. Face tanked. I had to use a couple potions there. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So let's take a look at skills, starting with Elemental Nova. I will give you 1 second to screenshot it. And moving on. Now this is a skill that you get very early in the game. So if you plan on leveling this all the way from level 1, it will literally carry you. You can get Elemental Nova and Teleport, and it will carry you through leveling. You want 1 into Lightning Nova, 5 into Spark Charges, 5 into Overcharge, 3 into Ascended Current, 2 into Elemental Expanse, 3 into Charge Destruction, and 1 into Arcane Elementorium. It's a really fun and good skill. You fall in love with it because you use it so early on in the game. Moving on to Lightning Blast. I will give you a second to screenshot it. Moving on, you want to go this way first, down. 3 into Storm Razor, 2 into Lightning Attunement, 4 into Overcharge, 1 into Hypercharge, 5 into Front Loaded, and then right over here, 4 into Arcing Power, and 1 into Closed Circuit. And this This skill you will truly understand once we get to the training dummy at the end. Just be patient, okay? Moving on to teleport, one of the best movement skills in the game. I will give you 1 second to screenshot it. And we are moving on. You want to go down first. 4 into Ether Bear, 5 into Elemental Affinity, 1 into Elemental Dawn, 1 into Elemental Dusk, and 1 into Elemental Midnight. This is what allows you to use this is what happened. This allows you to, when you use teleport, it'll give you 3 Elemental Novas. So really your Elemental Nova, and then when you teleport, you're doing an additional 3. Then once you have this, take this first, then you go down. 3 into Out of Body, 4 into Stable Bubble, and 1 into Out of Mind. Good old teleport. Moving on to Archon mode, also known as Arcane Ascendancy. Give you 1 second to screenshot it. Make sure my face isn't in the way. Moving on, you want 5 into Hyperplane, 3 into Chronoclasm, 1 into Acuity, 3 into Cunning. This is what makes it where it has a cooldown. You can't move, but it no longer drains your mana. You take the bottom tree first. Then you go left, you want 1 into Superconductor, 2 into Closed Circuit, and up here 5 into Power Overload. It's also a good skill. And last but not least, rounding everything out is Flame Ward. I will give you a second to screenshot it. And we are officially moving on. You want to go down first and take 3 into Dilation, 5 into Infusion, 1 into Lightning Ward. This turns it into a lightning skill, which is what you want, because if you didn't notice, you are Raiden, and you want to be all lightning. 5 into Through Flames, because fire is now converted to lightning. 1 into Stalwart Defense, and 5 into Barrier. Survivability and boost in damage. Those are the skills. Now let's check out the passives. Right now my character is level 88. So obviously it's pretty high level, but you could have more points than that. I'm level 88. You want 2 into Scholar, 8 into Arcanist, jump this middle part, 5 into Mage Flurry, and then 10 into Knowledge of Destruction. And literally if you make a mage, you should always take this node. Doesn't matter what your build is. That's it. Rune Master isn't out, Spellblade you need nothing, and 75 points into Sorcerer. 8 into Calculated Destruction, 8 into Brainstorm, 5 into Mana Shield, 10 into Wisdom, 4 into Arcane Momentum. This is what I am leveling right now. Okay. 8 into Cerna, 5 into Riftbolt, 8 into Crackling Precision, 5 into Arcane Obliteration, 5 into Spellslinger, 5 into Archmage, and 4 into Recollection. Pretty spread out, but in this build, kind of the top is fire, the middle is ice, and then the bottom is lightning. So you kind of follow this bottom tree. Now, right here, Mana Shield. I needed to put 5 points into this because I needed to get my mana to 200. Let me quickly explain. Right here, Archmage. Value is tripled if you have over 200 mana. So really, you want to be right at 200. And for me to hit that number with my gear, I needed to put 5 points into Mana Shield and get that extra 20. So you might be able to save points here. Moving over to everybody's favorite, gear. Now let me say, there is no gear requirement for this build. It doesn't need a certain idol. It doesn't need a certain unique or set. The affixes you're going to be looking for are Intelligence, Lightning Damage, Spell Damage, Cast Speed. That's it. Very straightforward. Find the best gear you possibly can. And obviously you want adaptive spell damage as implicits when you can, and you take that through the passive tree. Okay, starting with idols. And I will quickly go through them. My idols aren't very good. Shock Chance, Lightning, Shock, Spell Lightning, Lightning Damage, Lightning Damage, Lightning Damage, Lightning Damage, Lightning Damage, Stun, Void Resistance, Stun Avoidance, and Health. Very basic idols. Again, a build for the average Joe. Now let's take a look at my actual gear. I'm going to go through each individual item. You can check it out. Here we go. Helmet. Amulet. Catalyst. armor, weapon or wand, ring, belt, ring, relic, boots, and gloves. Now it's time to head over to the training dummy. This is where we get to check out the true power of this build. Now, when you look at my stats, 81 points into intelligence. I don't have, everything else is goose egg. 81, movement speed 28, resistances are great with the exception of physical. My idea for physical is this dodge rating on my armor needed to turn into physical. And unfortunately, I didn't find anything, but that was my plan. So it's really through gear. If I could have gotten physical on this armor, this would be in the 50s, 60s, okay? Block we don't care about, armor we don't care about, dodge we don't really care about, ward retention we care about. Crit strike multiplier 285, lightning damage 419, defenses, nothing. Not very good. You're probably thinking, man, this thing dies all the time. It does not. And I'm gonna show you why. Okay, training dummy. Watch this. Keep an eye on my lightning damage, 419. You're probably thinking, that's not even that high, Aaron. I thought you said this build does damage. Here we go. All right, our crit chance is now up to 60%. If you notice, we are critting every single hit. And our crit multiplier doesn't move. That's at 285. Okay, now I'm gonna add in Arcane Ascendancy. Ready? Ooh, we almost hit 1100 damage there. Okay, let's try that one more time. Ready? And bam. Ooh, that was close again. Glass cannon. It crushes everything. That's how I was able to just face tank the Shade of Orbis, because a simple node like this, Rift Bolt, lightning damage leak, goes so far. Just that 1.5% is going to give you back so much life. And then obviously you have Flame Ward that's also giving you ward, which is keeping you alive. Okay, watch Arcane Ascendancy with Elemental Nova. It's pretty, very pretty looking. All right, ready? Regular Elemental Nova and Arcane Ascendancy Elemental Nova. That's a lot of lightning. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. I want to know your opinion. Is there anything I missed that I can push this farther? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure you've heard by now that I have officially started a Twitch, and I streamed this character for almost 4 hours last night. First link in the description below. We are always having a fantastic time. Come check it out. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,100 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this Feel Like Raiden build. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron?